Hi, this is Carl Polachek, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about setting financial goals within your business. And I don't just mean saying, oh, I want an extra 3% or 10% revenue, or we need to increase profit next year. I'm talking about big picture goals. You know, in business books, they talk about something called a stakeholder. So a stakeholder is not a stockholder. Stockholders are people who own some piece of the company. And yes, stockholders are stakeholders, but there are other people who are stakeholders in your business. Your employees have a stake in keeping your business afloat and moving forward. Obviously, your clients are stakeholders. A great example that I blogged about one time is a client that they clearly have a stake in having us continue to be their IT service provider. One time I went out on a job and I literally, all I had to do was turn on a switch. And I put my time in the system and I told Michael, hey, you're the service manager. You decide whether or not to bill them an hour for me turning on a switch. And he said, of course not. He said, first of all, it's this company. This company has been with us for, at that time, 15 years. And as we had decided to move to larger and larger clients, we had on 2 occasions thought about getting rid of them and weeding them out of the system. And they literally begged us to continue to be their IT service provider because they saw the value in what we're doing. And so that's an example of something where this company clearly saw the value in doing business with us. And so we reciprocate that by building that relationship by saying, look, I'm going to put in a 15-minute charge and then I'm going to reverse the charge. So basically, you get a freebie here because you're such a great client. Now, other things you need to think about when you talk about big financial goals, well, what do you want to do with the company? I have often told people in presentations that if you work for a big business, you are working to achieve somebody else's goals. But when you work for a small business exists to advance the goals and dreams of the owners. So you can decide, well, I want to buy a new house, or I want to send my kids to college. I want to retire in style. Maybe you want to retire in the Bahamas, whatever. You want to start a nonprofit organization. Those are all legitimate things that you need to have way up at the top and say, all right, that's what we're working for. So then when you set your annual goals, you say, okay, does this advance creating the culture I want? Does this advance meeting those long-term goals? Does this advance my exit strategy? Does this advance the reason that my company exists? And so when you think about the big term goals, yeah, finances is a piece of it, but that's not all. Intimately tied up with the finances of your business is reaching the goals for your personal life. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Polachek, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business. Like it if you like it, share it with your friends, and absolutely subscribe to the channel.